threats.
Slap me in the face, you know.
Mate, if I got what it takes.
Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Desperation.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes.
What happens when debt
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
tracks you down?
Don't open the gates, mate. We'll force entry.
Up and down the UK,
Somebody come to the door, please.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
We need immediate police assistance.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
It's not a wake-up call most people want.
Because if you can't pay,
Doesn't have a penny, doesn't own anything.
they'll take it away. Figures from a leading debt charity show that the value of total personal debt in the UK has risen by nearly £30 billion over the first half of 2017. A third of people who took part in a recent survey have seen an increase in their debts as a result of the rising cost of living. 1 in 3 admit that they rely on credit to get by every month. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Whitefield, Manchester. They have a writ to collect a debt of just under £4,000 owed by a former pub landlord to a firm of architects.
Let's go see if he's in.
Let's hope he's in.
But this isn't the first time Stuart has tried to enforce this writ. Last time, the debtor said he couldn't pay immediately, and so was given 24 hours to clear his debt. But he didn't pay.
Beautiful house.
Let's go, let's go. Is this what they refer to as Manchester Sunshine?
Now the agents need to get this case resolved for good, one way or another. With no answer, the agents go to investigate round the back of the house.
Hello?
Finding an open door, they make peaceful entry.
Is anybody in?
McCracken, I Court enforcement agent.
Yeah, okay. I'll just stand outside.
No, I'll be standing here at the moment, sir.
Please, we just stand outside.
No, I'll be standing here at the moment, sir. Just regarding this issue, sir.
Please go to the girlfriend's house. We're not living here.
Despite his claims, this is where the notice of enforcement has been sent to, and where Stuart met the debtor on his previous visit. Stuart makes his position clear.
We're here now to collect a balance of £3,916. If not, we are instructed to remove goods. I'll give you 15 minutes to try and raise the funds. If not, we will have to go around the property, sir, to assess goods for removal.
I don't want to argue with you. Give me the opportunity
Yeah.
to ring somebody.
Yeah, do that then. No problem.
If you're not
I'll
going to
wait.
leave the house, sit down.
I'll be
yeah,
waiting here,
please
sir.
give me the opportunity.
Okay, I'll give you that opportunity. I'll give you 15 minutes, sir.
No, you can't just give me 15 minutes.
I can do, sir.
It's not my address.
Sorry, you keep saying
I spoke
that.
to citizens' advice.
Yeah.
You can only take things that belong
That's
to
right,
me.
sir. Okay.
This is not my television.
Right.
This is not my couch.
Okay.
This is not my house.
Yeah.
I'm looking after the dogs.
Right,
Because
you've
the dog's sick and it's ill. So I said I'd stay with the dog.
If you want to make a phone call and arrange a payment, that will be the end of the matter.
While the debtor starts to make some calls, Stuart hunts around for evidence that the debtor is more than just the house sitter he claims to be. But the debtor has other ideas.
How can you go wandering into another room? Can you hear what I'm saying?
I can hear what you're saying, sir.
So why are you
Yes.
stopping me from making the phone call?
I'm not stopping you at all. I'm not stopping you at all. I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you at all. I'm not stopping you at all.
Stand there where I can
Sir,
see you.
you can see me through the window.
No, I want you to
Sir.
stand there. You can't just wander in somebody
Sir,
else's
right,
house.
I'm going to make it clear to you. If you're not happy with what we're doing, ring the police.
What are you doing there? How can you look at somebody else's information?
trying to look, sir.
Right, please don't look at it.
I can do.
No,
Why?
you can't.
Why? What have you got to hide?
Nothing.
You've got nothing
I've
to
got
hide,
nothing to
sir.
hide.
OK, so I'll just continue having a look through here then.
You will find that any information to do with me in this building
Yeah.
has nothing to do with me.
OK, that's fine. That's no
Right.
problem at all. But sadly, I can't take your word for that.
But then Vic spots a letter in the debtor's name, sent to this address.
I told you that I've been staying with my girlfriend and I'm looking after the dog.
So you're staying here?
No, I'm not living here. It's not my address.
And here's another letter here, sir. Royal Mail. Why did your post come
Because
here?
I asked to send some post here.
Right, sir, come on.
No, I'm telling you the
Come
truth. Please, you not continue taking information. What are you doing?
Taking photos.
Honest to God, not my address.
You're digging yourself in a hole.
No,
sir.
I'm not giving myself in a
Look,
hole.
some evidence here. Let's not go around in circles. Let's get this thing sorted out, right?
I'm trying to get it sorted out.
Don't raise your
But
voice.
you're then trying to be awkward with me.
I'm not
I'm
trying to be
telling
awkward
you,
with you
it's
at
not
all.
my home.
Okay.
Do I stay here? Yes. Do I look after the dogs? Yes.
Does your post come here? Yes.
Stuart's patience starts to run out. With the debtor getting more irate, he needs to get this case back on track.
Let's just nip it in the bud now, sir, OK? Give it till 11:15. Just try and make some calls, try and get it sorted out. Then
I'm trying to, but I don't feel comfortable you rooting around, and I'm telling you that I don't own this house.
Yeah, but there's
and the
posts
property in this house does not belong to me.
OK. Right. Let's try and get it sorted.
He's not answering the phone, so he goes to keep ringing.
Like I said, sir, we've still got time.
We always give the defendant time to raise the funds because it's a big shock. As you can imagine, someone knocking your door with a piece of paper saying, if you don't pay, we will take goods away. So we always try and work with defendants, give them time to ring a family member or a friend, because we all know someone that most probably can help us.
The clock is ticking. The debtor now has 15 minutes to find the £4,000 he owes, or the agents will have no choice but to remove any goods belonging to him from the house.
You've got the order with the value on it.
Here's a copy for you, sir.
I need to make you aware, sir, if we do start taking control of goods, the balance does go up.
I don't want you to remove the goods.
No,
I want
wait.
to make the payment. Give me an opportunity to make
I
the
know,
payment.
we are at the moment.
Right, can I give you £100?
No.
Right, what can I give you then?
The very minimum they would accept is 50%. That is £2,000. We can't put an offer forward for less than 50%. But we need to know a guarantee figure.
There's no point in ringing up with figures, sir, until you can raise it.
Up to the claimant at the end of the day to accept it.
Yeah.
I swear to you, that this debt, I have every intentions of paying it because you people do not go away. You're like a rubber band. You're just going to bounce back again. The only way that you're going to bounce and not come back is if you get paid. Right, I get that.
Defendants will throw all sorts of smoke screens at us, but once they've realised they've used all their excuses, all their reasonings, they then think, right, well, I need to try and get this sorted as quickly as possible. It can be music to our ears sometimes when a defendant says, I know it's owed, I need to raise some funds, can you give me a bit of time to try and raise something? That's something that we want to hear on every job.
The debtor's time to raise some funds is almost up. With no sign of payment, the agent's only option is to start looking for assets to seize.
So I'm just going to go look around the property.
No, excuse me.
In regards to taking control of goods. I will be, sir.
Sir,
I will
Daniel,
be,
we're
sir.
going to stop in your actions to make a
No,
payment.
excuse me. I don't want you. You're not
So I'm
allowed
gonna
to go
do-
around.
Yeah, we are,
walk
sir.
around the property.
Of course I am.
It's not your house. It's not you.
Sir.
Excuse me.
Sir.
Excuse me, please.
Sir.
Please don't start. Please.
Sir.
Give me the opportunity to
Right.
deal with the situation. I understand your sincerity of your situation.
At the moment,
I understand
sir,
your job,
okay.
but please don't go
So,
wandering
at
around
the
the
moment,
house.
With the debtor now obstructing the agents from carrying out their lawful duties, the case has reached a stalemate. Stuart and Vic will have to use all their negotiating skills to get the £4,000 they came for. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Whitefield, Manchester, to collect a debt of just under £4,000.
Is this what they refer to as Manchester Sunshine?
The debtor claimed he didn't live at the address.
Please go to the girlfriend's house.
Then he said he couldn't pay the full amount he owed.
Can I give you £100?
No.
But when the agent started an inventory of goods, tempers started to fray.
It's not your house. It's not you.
Sir.
Excuse me.
Sir.
Excuse me. Please.
Sir.
Please don't start. Please.
Sir.
Give me the opportunity to deal with the situation.
Now, Stuart must make it clear that he has every right to start listing goods for removal if the debtor doesn't make an offer of payment.
Please don't go
So,
wandering
at
around
the
the
moment,
house.
OK, I'm
Yeah.
here now to assess the
It's
goods.
not my
okay?
property.
But you're here, sir.
No,
Okay?
I'm here.
So what I'll do
Yes.
is, I'll give you another 15 minutes to try and raise the funds. It's 11:30 now, so I'll give it till 11:45, and then we will have to do an inventory.
With a second deadline set, Stuart has given the man a final chance. raise the money now, or lose any assets in the house belonging to him. The debtor gets straight back on the phone.
Hello? Just 1 second.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's on the phone, and he says that can you ring somebody and check that if you can accept £2,000 as a payment?
We can do, yes, that's not a problem.
So can you pay £2,000 on your behalf?
Can you pay £2,000 on my behalf? Yes, he's saying.
Okay, no problem. I'll make a quick call now. There's no signal in here, so I'll have to go outside.
The balance, can you raise it in 30 days from today?
Yeah, I've got to find £2,000 in 30 days.
So that's the offer, Stuart. £2,000 a day, balance in 30 days.
I'll see what I can do, mate. I'll see what they say.
Stuart goes outside to call the office to see if the offer of a £2,000 down payment, together with an agreement to pay off the balance, is acceptable to the claimant.
His friends can pay £2,000 today. And then he's going to try and clear the balance in 30 days. Would you be able to check with the claimant, see if he'll accept that?
Yep, okay. I'll get on to the client, I'll give you a call.
No problem, mate. Speak to you shortly.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
It's very important to have a strong family network. I do feel for people that don't have that family network and don't have people to call, because you really are on your own. But on the other side of it, we're seeing more and more families coming together to try and help, getting help from the family. It's only going to make you stronger.
15 minutes later, the office calls Vic.
2,000 today and the balance in 30 days, just to confirm. Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Mike. All right, cheers, Jay, bye-bye.
The claimant accepts the offer.
The gentleman's going to make the payment on your behalf.
Yeah. I'm
going to give you our office number, and you can phone them directly. What we're saying here is basically balance of £1,916.24 to be paid by the 6th of July. You need to sign out that you agree with that, and that you're going to stick to it. There, sir.
Right, I'll leave you to it. Brilliant. See you later.
It's a good result for the agents. But if the debtor doesn't pay the money he owes within 30 days, they'll be back.
I'm not going to lie, Vic, I feel quite honoured by that. You just don't give up. You're like an elastic band once you...
Come back, you keep on coming back.
We call many things, but never an elastic band.
A recent survey has revealed that young adults in the UK are coming under increasing financial pressure. On average, 25 to 34-year-olds have a disposable income of just over £200 per month. And nearly 40% receive financial help from their parents. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Kings Norton, Birmingham.
As always, we've got our instructions from Her Majesty the Queen.
Yeah.
We'll carry them out.
They have a writ to collect almost £10,000 owed to a car finance company.
It's another big one, this, mate. It's a few £100 off 10 grand. Big money to find.
The debtor was paying for a new car he bought in instalments, but fell behind with his payments.
We're going to see what we can do, shall we?
Yep, see if he's in.
The finance company took the debtor to court and won, and now he must pay the money he owes in full today.
Hello there.
He's just in his boxes. Can you just put some clothes on?
Oh, is he? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Still in his boxes at 11:30.
Hiya, mate, you all right?
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
Should we come and have a chat, yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
I'm Matt Highway, High Court Enforcement. Gary Ball.
How you doing? You all right, yeah?
We're about a High Court writ, mate. Does this relate to a car, does it?
Yeah.
Car-
It's a car, yeah.
car
Car
finance.
payments.
All right.
Yeah, so it's a lot of money, innit? I haven't got the money to pay, you know, and like I'm not working at the moment.
Anybody can help you with this or not?
I've got I ain't got no one to help me. Like, I ain't spoke to my mum for like 7 months. My dad won't be able to help.
So we're ordered to attend the property to either collect payment from you or to look at seizing goods.
Yeah.
This is actually my house. So he's only recently just moved in.
I've just moved in, you know, yeah.
This is me and the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the situation is there, unfortunately, is that because this is the address named on the writ, the onus would be on you to prove that the items belong to yourself. So if you do have receipts or invoices for them, we'll have a look.
While the debtor starts looking for sales receipts, Matt tries to find out more about the case.
Well, what's happening here?
I was just little chick.
How long ago was this debt from? When did you have the car?
Basically, they took the car off me.
After they repossessed it?
Yeah. I lost my job, which made me not keep payments to my car. They took the car.
What car was it?
Insignia. The car was originally like £8,000 or something. But somehow, even though I paid £5 and they've took the car, they're saying I still owe like £7. But I don't get how that works.
The debtor can't seem to find any receipts for the goods in the house, but he's keen to show Matt some other documents.
So I've got loads of debt letters, but they're all chasing me for them, but I can't afford to pay them yet. I'm not, like, because I'm not working, you can have a look around the house, there's not going to be nothing worth taking. I've got a van outside, but it's not going to be no use yet.
I'll have a look in a sec, mate. You're pretty honest with me, aren't you? I don't disbelieve what you're saying to me, so, yeah.
It's clear that the debtor has fallen on hard times, but the agents are duty-bound to search the house for anything of value that could be seized to offset his debt.
I'm going to have a look round and then we'll sort it out from there, all right?
Yeah.
Charge it up more for me.
To be fair, this is a palace compared to some of the houses we're going to, don't worry.
There doesn't appear to be anything here of value. But then Matt discovers a letter from the Crown Court. It throws a new light on the case.
What's all this breaching suspended sentence stuff, mate? What's going on with that?
I went to Crown Court the other day because I breached my community service. If I breach one more in 6 weeks and I get 12 months in jail.
What's you playing that, man? Get it sorted.
I'm off tagged like 2 weeks ago, so I'm tagged for 11 months.
There's only one way that's leading, isn't there, really? You know what I mean?
It was somebody originally that owed me money, and I found out where he lived, and then me and my mate went in his house without his permission and take all of my money's worth out of his house. Kind of like what you're doing without the licence.
Yeah, you have to get us to do that, mate. We can do that legally.
And then I got nicked for it.
It seems that the debtor's conviction is at the root of all his money troubles.
So were you working when you took this finance out then?
I was a bin man. They come and arrested me from work, and then my gaffer turned around and said, look, obviously we're happy with your work and everything, but like, because of the council, we can't, you're going to be working around us, so we physically, we literally can't keep it.
So that bit of daftness really has cost you quite dear, hasn't it, really?
Everything cost me everything.
Often as a High Court enforcement agent, half of your job is an enforcement agent and half of it is a social worker. We will hear the full story about what the defendant's been through recently, been through in his life, what his situation is like at the moment, and they'll open up to you with these truths about their life in order to explain why they're in the position they're in. What it does for us is it builds a picture of where they are and how likely they are to pay this debt off.
With no sign of payment and nothing to take in the house, Matt needs to double-check the value of his van.
This one's yours, is it? Yeah. It's not worth £9 is it?
No.
There's nothing in there. With the best will in the world, that van's not going to cover it, is it, really?
I know.
At auction, the van would fetch less than £100. It's becoming clear that an affordable payment plan is the only way to get this case resolved today. But first, Matt needs to carefully assess the debtor's financial situation.
We can get this onto an arrangement then. What are you suggesting? Weekly or monthly?
We got paid £114 a week between us. It's a lot of money as well. It's not even like it's a small amount of money. So I don't want to offend you by offering you a stupid little amount.
You get benefits, right?
Yeah.
What you want?
JSA.
So it's £114 a week as a joint claim, yeah? All right. What other debts have you got?
Loads, mate. Loads, honestly.
For what?
It's all my past. Like, a Vodafone one for like nearly 700 quid. I've got a couple of old parking tickets that I didn't pay. I've got another biggish one, but I can't think of what it is. Altogether, I've got about 14 grand's worth of debt, but when you're not working...
Yeah.
It's clear that the debtor is in life-changing levels of debt. So Matt decides to offer him a lifeline.
So to get this sorted, mate, what I suggest we do, in light of your benefits, you know, job seekers and that, until things improve, we'll set it up at the lowest they'll allow me to, which is £50 a week.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, it's probably going to bounce.
You can't make 50 quid a week with your window cleaning.
Yeah, I will try, yeah.
Gary calls the office to see if the client will accept a repayment plan of just £50 a week to pay off the debtor's nearly £10,000 debt.
Alison, can you have a look at a job, mate? He's currently on job seekers allowance, £114 a week. So he's offering £50 per week. Can you put that to the client, can you, and get back to us?
No problem.
Cheers, Alison. No worries, mate. Sure. People do high debts from themselves, high debts from, you know, the people they live with. And when they've got two enforcement agents knocking at the door, I think it's a big wake-up call for them, and they have to deal with the situation.
5 minutes later, the office calls back.
Hello.
Hi, Gary, it's Alison. I've spoken to the client. He's agreed to £50 per week.
Yeah.
On the understanding that review every 3 months, just to hopefully still keep up with it, okay?
No worries, I'll pass that on. Thanks a lot. Cheers, bye-bye. Cheers. Yeah, they've accepted it. However, they're going to do a 3-monthly review on it. Yeah. So if you do get a job, obviously you'll be earning more then, so yeah, of course. They'd obviously want more. So.
Yeah, no problem. Well, you're going to have to get out, mate. Get out in the van and get some money made. You got things to sort out now. You got family and missus around you. You got to sort it out. That's the arrangements in place, all right? Yeah. Any issues, give me a call. That's my mobile number there, all right? Yeah. So any problems at all, give me a shout. Cheers. Take care. Ta-da, mate.
See you later.
The case may be resolved for now, but as it's going to take almost 4 years to pay off his debt, there may be tough times ahead.
He's got a lot going on, hasn't he? He's got a lot going on. I mean, that suspended sentence hanging over him.
I lost my job because I'd done something stupid and ended up basically getting arrested like a donut, like just making bad decisions. Got to be the man of the house now and stop messing about, start paying my debts and fix my life. But not take out stupid car finances or things that I can't afford.
Faced with a sensitive situation, Matt and Gary got the best result they could. But in Stuart and Vic's next case...
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Do one then. What do you mean, do one? All right, mate. See you later.
They meet a landlord.
Every day there's someone trying to scam me from something.
On the losing side of a bitter dispute with his tenants.
Trashed the house, robbed the cooker.
Since 2007, landlords in the UK have been legally obliged to register their tenants' deposits with a government-backed tenancy deposit scheme. Landlords can't now keep the money in their personal accounts. However, the number of disputes over returning deposits to tenants rose to nearly 30,000 last year. 8 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Liverpool. They're here to collect almost £5,000 owed to 2 former tenants.
Early morning start, Vic.
As always. Outstanding balance is £4,941.
The debtor failed to give the tenants their deposit back after they moved out of his property.
It's that house in the corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go and have a chat.
The case was escalated to the High Court, and now the landlord must pay back the money he owes in full today.
Good morning, you okay? He's not here. He does live here, though, doesn't he? All right, okay.
Been on late all night.
Oh, I do apologise. He does live here, though, doesn't he?
He does, why? What's wrong with him?
Right, okay. Well, we're High Court enforcement agents. Are you able to give him a quick call?
No, I've just told you, love. I've just... Well, you can see you've just woke me up.
Right, well, we need to speak to him.
You want me to get hold of him?
If you can, yeah. That'd be great.
The woman goes to fetch her phone, and the agents make peaceful entry into the house.
Is it your son or your husband? What's the relationship?
It's my son. Don't be walking in my house, love.
No, we'll be waiting here.
We'll wait here. We won't go any
Yeah,
further.
I won't let no one go in with no shoes on.
Yeah.
The shoes
Do you want me to close the door for the eating or leave it open?
Yeah, you know. Right.
We'll stay here for the minute. Is he in work?
He goes out early, love. He goes out early.
The debtor's mother gets him on the phone.
You better get round here. I've got 2 guys here.
Is he on his way, is he? Do you know how far he is? I don't know where he is.
I wouldn't like to be doing your type of job, love.
Well, some people disagree.
Someone has to do it, yeah. Someone has to do it, but I tell you what, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the claimant feels exactly the same. Debt follows you around. It affects other people, not just the people that we're after. They're involved whether they like it or not. It's heartbreaking in a way.
2 minutes later, the debtor arrives. But instead of coming inside to speak to the agents, he phones his mother.
Yeah. It's a High Court writ.
You want to speak to him, Will?
There you go, mate. There's the case there.
Hi, good morning.
This is what happened, and I've got a counterclaim against them, waiting to be dealt with now.
At the moment, sir, I'll explain to you. It's a CCJ against yourself, a county court judgment, right? Because it's not been paid, they've transferred that CCJ to the High Court, right? We've got now a writ of control here today to execute. The outstanding balance is £4,941. All money paid today is held for 14 days. You can still have a counterclaim. I've got no problem with that, but we need payment on this case today, sir.
Well, listen, it's impossible because the money wasn't there to be paying you today, for starters, because we've got a counterclaim for over 3 grand.
We will have to remove goods then, sir.
You won't be moving no goods, mate.
We instructed under the High Court.
Listen, I am a respectable landlord, yeah? Respectable landlord. This claim got lodged weeks and weeks back, and I'm waiting to hear back from it. I've had no notice to pay yous in full, right? I'm going to get the solicitor on the phone now because this isn't right.
I can talk to the solicitor, but he's not going to change the situation.
Finally realizing the seriousness of the situation, the debtor rushes in.
I'll share my ID first, mate. My name is Mr. Victor. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. That's my colleague, Mr. McCracken. It's a High Court writ. I appreciate you got a counterclaim, but at the moment, this balance...
We've had no notice of use of the court to pay use in full.
That's the notice of enforcement was sent on the 5th of the 11th. We won't be here by law if it hasn't been sent.
No, it hasn't come through my door, that.
What's actually regarding?
Every day there's someone trying to scam me from something. They're just opportunists, the tenants. Tenants in my house, moved in 2009, left in 2012, trashed the house, robbed the kuchen. Because I never put a deposit in a DPS, the judge granted them,
Because the landlord didn't put his tenant's deposit in a government-registered scheme, the judge found against him, and he must pay in full today.
I'm in a position to pay $4 grand though, so...
We need the payment in full. That is the bottom line. That's what we've been instructed. If not, we have to remove goods.
With payment looking unlikely, Stuart goes outside to take a look at the van the debtor arrived in. But a neighbour has spotted him from an upstairs window.
Hey, you. That's not even yours yet.
You what, mate? What do you mean?
It's not yours. Shut the door.
Whose is it? Whose is it? Whose is it? Whose is it?
Never mind whose it is. Shut the
Whose is it?
door. It's mine, so shut
Okay.
the door on the van.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No, that's fine. No problem. If it's your van, that's fine. No problem.
Do one then.
What do you mean, do one? All right, mate. See you later.
But as the debtor arrived home in the van, Stuart is suspicious of the man's claims. so he calls the office to see if it's free of finance.
Hi, Nicky. Can someone do HPI for me, please? Yes. Under 1,350 quid. OK. Cheers, John. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
The vehicle is free of finance and can be seized. So now Stuart needs to confirm his suspicions that it does in fact belong to the debtor.
Have you got documents for the vehicle?
Yeah, the documents.
Yeah, because obviously we've seized that vehicle now, it will be removed.
You just took my vehicle?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's still here.
It's still here, but we've taken control of it.
So, to take the vehicle just to get you out my ear for now and go from there, cool.
It appears that the van is the debtor's, but its value doesn't come close to clearing the £5,000 owed. So the agents may have to seize assets from the house to offset the balance.
But we're here to take control of goods as well, so it'll be in the property as well. We will be removing goods.
But then a friend of the debtor arrives, and it appears he's willing to pay some of the debt.
So, can you take half of the money out?
Half the money now and then come back for half.
It needs to be the full balance.
We've been instructed by the full balance.
I know you're trying to source it out.
Listen, I'll give you cash now, half cash now, but come back for the other half.
All right, if you got half cash, can you pay the other half on your card? I haven't got a card.
So look, we get half and then when can you come back for the other half? When you come back tomorrow?
We can't. We're here today for the full balance. I appreciate you want to help your friend, but we instructed to collect the full balance or take control of goods, which means removing goods.
What is it now?
4941.
The debtor and his friend leave to try and get the rest of the money.
We can usually tell if someone's going to return with the cash because they've made the effort to come all the way down. They know the situation, they know why we're there, they know what's going to happen if they don't make the payment, and then they've offered to help the friend. So, in my opinion, the last thing they want to do is let the friend down.
Just moments later, the debtor and his friend come back.
So how much is it?
4941.
And they've bought a bundle of cash.
Let's quickly count this out, guys, and then I'll leave you to it.
Thanks to the help of his friend, the debt is paid off in full.
135, yes, spot on.
All your details are in there, what you need. Paperwork, copy of the writ.
There you go, guys. Got the details in there.
All right, guys.
The agent's perseverance has paid off.
Result?
Yeah, cracking work, Vic. Cracking work.
Recent research shows that there are currently almost 5 million self-employed workers in the UK, and in the last year alone, they contributed over 250 billion to the economy. However, 4 in 10 self-employed workers can't afford to save any money at all each month, making them more likely to fall into serious debt. 7 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Gareth Short and Mitch Starr are in Swindon, Wiltshire.
Where are we off now, mate? Off into Swindon, mate. £2,060.49.
The debtor fitted a kitchen in the claimant's home, but she was unhappy with the standard of his work.
Any notes on it? Apparently he's in dispute to have the kit set aside, but hasn't paid the court fee yet.
The claimant hired another builder to finish the job and then got a county court judgment issued against the debtor to recoup her costs.
This don't look too bad. It looks all right, this does. Let's do it, mate.
The case was escalated to the High Court, and now the debtor must pay the £2,000 he owes in full today.
Door's open. Hello?
The agents take the opportunity to make peaceful entry through the open door.
Hello? High Court enforcement agents. Come on, it's all right. It's all right, buddy. Hello? Have a look, bud. Hello?
But no one appears to be in. So Gareth checks upstairs. And and he's in for a surprise.
Ooh. Hello, sir.
How'd you get in?
The door's open, sir.
Permission to come in?
Don't need permission, sir. We're here with the High Court, Red.
Come on, here you go. High Court enforcement agents.
Yeah.
Here to execute a High Court writ against you, unfortunately, sir.
Well, I've already got a stay writ on it.
Has it been set aside?
Well, it's been sent.
Okay.
Been sought.
Have you been given a date to set it aside?
Swindon County Court.
Have you been given a date to set it aside, sir?
I'm trying to find the letter.
Okay.
Do you know where the letter is?
The debtor's wife comes to help him look for documentation about his appeal.
Thank you. So, all this is just to say, yeah, we acknowledge the application, but it's not been set aside. So until you get given a date and a time to go in front of the judge, and unfortunately his High Court writ is still outstanding. So unless the full balance of £2,060.49 is paid to us right now.
2,000?
Yeah, you've incurred additional enforcement costs now.
This is a joke. The bloke owes me money.
With the debtor disputing the writ, this simple case might be tougher to crack than Gareth and Mitch expected. It will take all of their patience to get the £2,000 they came for. Gareth Short and Mitch Starr were in Swindon to recover £2,000.
How'd you get in?
The door's open, sir.
The debtor claimed he'd appealed the case
I've already got a stay writ on it.
and said he'd been treated unfairly.
This is a joke. The bloke owes me money.
Now the agents need to make it clear that despite the dispute, the debt must be paid today. But the debtor is keen to tell them more about the case.
This is why I'm contesting it. He still owes me money. I installed a kitchen. I fitted the job in for him because she was desperate. So I went round, had a look. I said, look, I've got jobs booked in, but I might be able to fit you in. But I am squeezing you in, and I'm on a time limit.
Do you a favour and squeeze you in, is it?
Yeah. So I went there, give him the price, started the job, and then she started adding things. Oh, well, I want this done, I want that done. I ran over by a week as it was because of the extras I did for her. I sent them an invoice for the extras I'd already done, which come out at £500 and something pound, and they owed me about 120 from the original job.
Yeah.
Well, next thing, he's saying that I haven't done all these things. I moving sockets, doing this, doing that, and everything. I said, well, that wasn't in the job.
So what, are you a kitchen fitter, are you, or general builder?
I'm a general builder, but mainly kitchens and bathrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, well, I'm not coming back until you pay me my money.
Yeah.
He said, I'll take it further. I said, well, you do what you've got to do.
Of course.
Problem you've got is they've provided enough evidence to a county court judge that you do this owe this money.
Despite his dispute with the claimant, the agents are duty-bound to resolve this case today.
Unfortunately, as it stands at the moment, unless the debt is paid,
I haven't got that sort of money.
The position you're in at the moment is if it's not paid, assets will get removed from you today.
So at the moment, your balance stands at £2,060.49.
Probably haven't even got stuff in this house worth that.
So the position you're in now, if it's not paid...
I can't pay it. I haven't got £2 grand. I'm just going to get my phone.
Okay.
Do you have any family or friends that can help you out?
You always go to bed and leave the front door open? It's going to work, see. We often get debtors and defendants who are just fixed on the original judgment, why they're in that problem in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I'll listen to the story all day, but I'm there to get a result. So what I try and do is listen to their story, but bring them back down to the ground and say, I'm not there to deal with disputes, unfortunately. A county court judge has already agreed that you owe this money. You might as well work with me, get the debt resolved.
Realising the agents aren't going to go away, the debtor gets his mother on the phone.
Sorry to wake you. You're right. You want me to give you 5 minutes to wake up? I got 2 High Court bailiffs stood in my front room. Can you lend me some money? Well, it's over £2 grand. What happens when I pay this? If I go back to court and I win, do I get this back?
As long as you get your date within the next 14 days, that money will be held until the end of your court case. If you win, you get the money back.
I know I ain't gonna lose. It plugged my head in. I'm out there trying to earn a living, and people like him, so I'm not going to not give you it back, have I? I just need to get this sorted out.
It seems the debtor's mother is willing to pay her son's debt.
Sorry about this, Mum. Have you got your card handy? You'll need your card. All right. Sorry. What's the code on the back of the card?
If it's a savers account, perhaps he hasn't got it.
Everyday saver card.
Right, we can't use that card, Mum. Do you know how to transfer it?
No.
Right, I'm going to pass her on to...
You carry on, mate.
so she can give her-
You do what you got to do.
Might as well sit down.
You're all right. We've been driving a while, thanks. It's nice to stretch the legs.
It appears the debtor's mother needs to transfer money from one account to another, but she doesn't know how to go about it.
This could be hard work.
Yeah.
My mum lives on her own since my dad passed away. So
Right.
Dad passed away 2.5 years ago. She'd never even had anything to do with a bank account, so we've had to sort of try and teach her.
Yeah. Your wife's talking her through it now, is she?
That's right.
No matter what somebody's age is, if they phone their parents, their parenting instinct is to help them out. I'm a parent myself. I'd never want to see my son in debt or ultimately have assets taken from him. So I know from first-hand experience I would do anything to help my son out. And I'm just guessing it's the same across the board.
15 minutes later, with the money transferred into another account, the debtor calls his mother back.
Right, we need your card. You got your card?
Yeah.
He gives the card details to Gareth.
2060-49, yeah?
Just stick that through tonight. There we are.
Right, man. Right, that's all sorted. Thank you. Love you. All right, sorry for waking you. See you later. I'll pop round later.
Just take a picture of that, buddy.
Thanks to his mother, the debt is paid in full.
Here we are, buddy. It's all sorted.
All right, cheers.
Hopefully we won't see each other again, mate.
No.
Thank you very much. You take care, right?
Yeah. I'll let you know when I win.
Lock your door in future, right?
Yeah. I thought it was all taken care of. Obviously, I was wrong.
My mum's tops. Couldn't fault her, but I can't say too much because I'll end up blubbering. Because my dad passed away a couple of years ago, so yeah, I love her to bits.
I felt a bit sorry for her because she struggled to transfer the money and everything, but we got there in the end. He was a decent enough guy. So, see what happens in court now, won't he?
Threats.
Get tagged! I'll smash his head.
Anger.
Don't,
We
sir,
are people.
don't. Call the policeman. Call the policeman! Listen.
Desperation. What happens when debt
I know my rights. Do not touch me again.
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK.
Can you come to the door, please?
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Can't believe that's been in it.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Today is actually my birthday.
Because if you can't pay,
Really don't have any money to make payment.
they'll take it away. debt in the UK is on the rise, with the total amount owed currently standing at over £1.5 trillion. In early 2017, a leading advisory body in England and Wales dealt with nearly 3,500 new debt problems every day. High Court Enforcement Agent Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are in Greenford, West London. They have a writ to recover a large debt owed to a garden landscaping company.
We're looking to collect £21,762.28.
The debtor was ordered to pay substantial costs to the claimant after losing a county court case. But he failed to pay. The case has now been escalated to the High Court. The debtor must pay the money he owes today.
Windows wide open, with the new Mercedes outside. Right, let's give him a knock.
If the Mercedes outside the house belongs to the debtor, it could be seized to offset the debt if he can't or won't pay the £21,000.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, before, just I am Tahani.
Oh, are you new?
Yeah.
Have you got a copy of your tenancy agreement or rent agreement?
What this mean?
Paperwork. Sorry?
You need letter for me?
Paperwork to show who lives here.
Council tax?
Anything like that.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes, no problem. Thanks very much.
As the agents often get lied to, Max and Steve need to see proof that the debtor doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, you're a star.
She shows Max a council tax bill.
When did you move in?
How long have you been here?
6 years. 6 years.
How many people live here?
Me and my kids.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids?
Yeah.
It's just you and 3 children? There's no adult males? No, okay. I'm just going to look around, okay? Give me 2 minutes. It's all right. It's nothing to worry about.
The council tax bill is in a woman's name only. But this address has been confirmed as the debtor's home. So Max decides to investigate further.
Never take people at their first word, because often they're lying. It's something we're used to, and I suppose at the end of the day, I just need to find the documents to prove what they've already told me.
Upstairs in the bedroom, he makes an important discovery.
Won't believe that.
The debtor's driving licence.
Right. Isn't it a coincidence? The first thing I find in a wallet by the bed, our defendant has a date of birth 10/8/75. 10/8/75. This is our man.
Yeah, that my husband, my...
With the truth unravelling, Max probes further.
I said, did any males live here?
Yeah, just he's
oh, okay. Sometimes.
He's half another house.
The woman now denies the debtor lives with his family permanently. So Max goes back upstairs to hunt for more evidence. He finds a range of men's clothes in the wardrobe. It suggests the debtor is more than just an occasional visitor. But then Max finds a letter.
Bingo.
What you got? Okay. Show the lady.
It's a letter sent to the debtor at this address from the NHS.
The keys to his vehicle are there. His wallet's here with all his cards and all that. Get him on the phone for me, please. He's got a bill to pay. Until we find that key piece of evidence that indicates that the defendant does live at the address we're in, we're on thin ice. But when we do find that key piece of evidence, it really changes things. We can turn up the pressure and start enforcing.
The woman tries to call, but Max hears a phone ringing in the room next door.
you're trying to phone this phone that I've just found in the drawer.
As the woman seems unable to contact the debtor, Steve turns his attention to the Mercedes parked outside. A quick search reveals an insurance certificate for the vehicle, naming the debtor as the owner. Steve now calls for a vehicle check.
Oh yeah, free finance.
Free of finance?
It certainly is.
Wow, okay. It's interesting. How much do you think it's worth? Is there anything on it?
Probably about 10 or 11 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say something around there.
Yeah.
All right, lovely. Thank you very much. Speak soon.
No problem. Take care, bye.
Bye.
As the car is worth almost half of the debt, it's a valuable asset the agents can seize. With the car clamped, Max calls for a recovery vehicle.
So it's going to be about 90 minutes to shuffling around a couple of calls to get it out.
Yeah, no problem.
But now the agents need to make an inventory of any other assets of value inside the house.
We have a roller cab, full to the brim.
There's a selection of tools there,
Yep.
which will be extremely heavy.
But the woman is becoming concerned.
You taking what you take?
Not the children's stuff, no.
All right.
No, nothing for the children.
All right.
Nothing that actually belongs to you. Okay?
All right.
The children, no, not at all. We can't take children.
It's okay. I will go bring him to my son. He's left.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome to collect him.
The woman now says she has to pick her children up from school.
Easy, go this way.
Lift up, got it.
So Max and Steve quickly remove the assets.
Madam, we'll put some paperwork through here so you can lock the door, that's fine.
The woman locks the door and leaves from the back of the house. The agents start to load goods into the van.
Really light.
But just moments later, a man suddenly appears from the back of the house.
Hello, sir. Where have you come from, sir?
What's all this about?
We have a High Court writ for you.
Well, this is my ex-wife and kids.
Okay.
I live elsewhere.
Okay.
You shouldn't take anything off her. It's her television.
The TV?
Yeah, it's her television.
You have to prove it, okay? There's an outstanding balance, okay?
On what? I really can't understand.
These people have
I
instructed...
don't live here.
Okay, well, that's funny because your driving licence, credit cards, the key to your car, tools, it's all in the house.
What I'm saying is, this is my ex-wife's house.
Okay.
But then the debtor spots the clamp on the Mercedes.
Why are you taking my car for?
Right, if you can pay the $24,000...
I'm not paying a penny. I've got no money.
This is a $9 grand car, and there's at least $2 grand's worth, $1.5 grand.
No, you're not getting that.
It's a standoff. With the debtor in direct conflict with the agents, it will take all of Max and Steve's tenacity to get this case resolved. Max Carraher and Steve Pinner were in Greenford, West London, to collect a debt of nearly £22,000. The woman they met claimed the debtor didn't live there, but Max found evidence suggesting otherwise.
The keys to his vehicle are there. His wallet's here with all his cards and all that.
Steve clamped his Mercedes.
How much do you think it's worth?
Probably about 10 or 11 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But just as they began to seize other valuable assets from the house, the debtor suddenly appeared.
Why are you taking my car for?
Right, if you can pay the $24,000...
I'm not paying a penny.
Now the agents must make it clear that they have every right to continue to enforce the writ here today.
You're not taking anything.
We are. We've got to take the car.
It's financed.
What's financed? What's financed?
It's unfinanced.
It's not.
Well, it's being cleared. I've just cleared that.
You've just cleared the finance?
Yeah.
So it's not on finance?
I've just paid it off my student loan.
Okay.
Okay, I'm student.
So it's not on finance?
Well, at the moment, no.
Correct. So we can take it?
I don't know anybody. I'm going to take it to court.
Okay. It's obviously... It's been to court twice.
Mate...
Who are these people?
He now says he knows nothing about the debt.
We're going to try and get our thinking heads on. Have you ever done any business ventures before?
Mate, nothing
You've had no business ventures?
No.
Steve calls the office.
Hi, mate. The gentleman here, obviously, it's a large amount of money, and he says that he knows nothing about it. He would just like some idea of what it's to do with.
But that's it's a car accident, basically. What happened is Dad was parked at a roundabout. Our client drove into the back of him. He went to court, and he was awarded against him, and all paperwork was served at the address that you're at.
OK, lovely. Thank you very much. OK, so you now know as much as we know. It was a car accident.
Okay.
It went to court. You lost. The court then...
No, I didn't lose.
OK.
I didn't lose in that time.
Well, OK.
The debtor suddenly seems to know all about the case.
I couldn't get in touch with anybody else.
Well, you heard the same information that I heard. I can't tell you anything else.
But then he makes an unexpected move. He walks off, leaving his Mercedes to the agents, and gives up the fight.
They do like making us bloody work for it, don't they?
When people lie to us, we ask all sorts of questions, and then we ask them in a different manner or a different time. And 9 times out of 10, they make the mistake of not giving the same answer. So, liars need very good memories. So that's where they fall over.
Minutes later, the recovery vehicle arrives.
Oh, yes, there's my boy. And they've got space for the stuff.
OK, it's all yours.
The car will be sold at public auction. Any proceeds raised from its sale and from the other items seized will be used to offset the debtor's £21,000 debt.
Thank you very much, mate. You take care.
But if he doesn't pay the outstanding balance, the agents will be back.
It was on the depths of beyond.
Well, Mr. Pinner, I thought it was going to rain today, and it's been the hottest day of the year to lug around tool chests, televisions, and a vehicle.
OK, off we trot.
Recent research has shown that self-employed workers in the UK are increasingly suffering from late payment of invoices. Nearly half report that they're struggling to make ends meet due to late payments, while more than a third have had to seek financial assistance from family and friends. Enfield, Middlesex. High Court Enforcement Agent Aaron Groves and colleague Ian Taylor are on their way to recover a debt of nearly £4,000.
What do you reckon? Doesn't look a bad area, does it?
No, it doesn't look too bad, really.
The claimant was a supplier who wasn't paid the full amount for his services at a music festival organised by the debtor.
Let's hope he's in.
After failing to get his money back through the county court, the claimant escalated the case to the High Court, and now the debtor must pay in full today.
Morning, sorry to bother you. We've got a matter we need to discuss with you. Do you mind if we just come in and have a chat?
What's this about?
It's regarding a case. You've been taken to Northampton County Court.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Well, they've obtained a judgment against you.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been paid, so they've escalated to the High Court.
Yeah, well, we've contested it. It's
Okay.
been, I've got a solicitor on the case.
Okay.
And it's been all officially done. I don't owe the money. I'm innocent. They made a mistake.
Right.
Do you want to come inside?
Aaron and Ian need to make it clear to the debtor that although he may have disputed the case, it hasn't gone back to court yet, and so the writ is still active. The agents now have to enforce the judgment.
Today we're here to collect £3,792.30.
Well, you're not.
Can you not pay that today?
No, I don't owe it. I'll show. I've got.
I'll give you a copy of the court order that says you do owe it.
Yeah. We're applying it for it to be set aside. It's not been set aside yet. It's been.
Okay,
it's in process.
Well, that means it's active.
And that does mean that you're now liable to pay.
Any money you pay today is held by our company for 14 days to give you a chance to appeal against it.
I haven't got any money.
Okay.
And I don't owe it.
Well, what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start walking around the property to do an inventory of goods that we're going to be looking to remove.
Oh, for God's sake. This is not right.
Well, you need to pay it.
I haven't got any money. Can you step outside?
No, we're inside the property now.
Quite a lot of the time, the person will be focused more on the dispute than the fact that we're there to collect the money or remove goods. It's our job to make them realise that we are there to collect the money. We're not there to listen to the story. There's a dispute process for a reason.
Realising Aaron and Ian aren't going to go away, the debtor gets his father on the phone.
Dad, I've got 2 enforcement officers in my house, and they want to remove goods. They say I owe it. This is my father.
The defendant
dealing with the...
Okay. Hello.
What you're doing is absolutely outrageous.
Unfortunately, though, sir, while there's not a stay on the case, that does make it enforceable. So what will happen today is we're going to be removing goods.
I would like to have time to my solicitor about this, because what's going on here is really, really wrong. Surely to God, you can give us just a little bit of slack here.
Sir,
You're enforcing something which is wrong.
But it's not wrong, sir. We've got the paperwork that says that we should be here.
This is just, it's like living in Russia.
Well, I'm afraid we're the ones that are sent here to come and do the job, sir, so it will need to be paid.
What is the sum, please?
The outstanding is £3,792.30.
Whoa. I am prepared to pay you that, but I would ask you, please, to allow me to make one phone call to my solicitor first, because I have an awful feeling that this money will be down the drain. Can I just make one phone call? I just want confirmation from somebody on my side of the fence.
By all means, you can make a phone call, that's fine.
Whilst Aaron and Ian wait for the man's father to call back, they're keen to find out more about the case.
What's the debt relating to, if you don't mind me asking?
It's just a little dispute. He owed me some money which he didn't pay. And then when we did this festival, he wanted all his expenses back, and I offset everything properly. And he's just said I owe a load of money. And if you do that on a court form, then this can happen.
5 minutes later, the man's father calls back.
Hello.
He confirms what I said, that we have raised this dispute with the court. This is a completely incorrect enforcement. Is there nothing you can do to give us time to get that instruction from the court? Because you and I both know that if I pay this money, the chances of getting back are going to be difficult. It will be expensive. It will take me a month of Sundays. We can afford the thing. It's just a dispute.
Unfortunately, sir, I would advise paying it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get it back, am I? I mean, can you not give me an hour?
Sir, look, no matter what you do, it's not going to get you put on hold today.
Just a second. That's a phone call from the solicitor. Can you ring me back in a second?
Quite a lot of the time, the solicitor will try and stop us from enforcing with various different ways, from claiming that they're going to apply to have the writ set aside, which of course it doesn't happen immediately. So nothing they do or say is going to stop it. We're here and now, still with the case.
As the to and fro of calls continues, Aaron decides to give the debtor another chance to pay.
Can you pay this debt?
Give us a minute, mate.
Aaron's patience has now run out.
Right, mate, I'm now going to start the removal process, okay?
With no sign of payment, Aaron and Ian start an inventory of assets in the house.
Have you looked upstairs yet?
No, not yet. Do you want to get the car clamped up as well?
Ian immobilises the man's car, while Aaron rings for a removal truck.
At the moment, the payment keeps being delayed. Can you send out a removal van on that, please?
So you need a large Luton, yeah? Okay, no problem. I'll get that sorted. Just get Alison on it for you straight away.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll see you soon. Cheers, thank you. Bye-bye.
Now Ian needs to make it clear what will happen if assets are removed.
The money's held for 14 days. If we remove goods, they're only held for 7 before they go to auction.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't make the law. I'm just here to enforce it.
Then the debtor's father calls again.
Okay, I've spoken to her solicitor and I understand that we have no recourse. I really am protesting in the
strongest way possible about this whole procedure. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. But if we have no option, we have no option. How do we pay you this money?
The debtor's father finally appears to have accepted Aaron's authority.
Okay, are you ready for the details, sir?
Yeah.
He pays off his son's debt in full.
I think when a debtor falls into debt, it's ultimately their responsibility, and I think it should be them to get themselves out of debt. But of course, it doesn't happen like that most of the time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
I'll be removing the clamp before we leave.
Please do, yeah. I don't want to keep going.
Don't want to sue here. They've got 14 days to make an appeal. If he doesn't owe the money, then he'll be given his money back, won't he? But that's not our decision to make. We're just there to collect the money. We're not even there to get involved in disputes of right or wrong. At the end of the day, a writ's been issued, that person owes the money.
Thanks to their persistence, Aaron and Ian got the outcome they wanted. But in Stephen Max's next case,
Mr. Ali!
A routine eviction.
We have a High Court writ to repossess the property.
Exposes a bitter feud.
Why is he abusing me? He's abusing me.
A recent survey has revealed that nearly half of landlords in the UK have had a tenant evicted from their property in the last 3 years due to rent arrears. Last year, over a third of private landlords were owed money by their tenants, with the average amount exceeding £1,600. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are back on the road. This time they're in Hounslow, Middlesex, to carry out an eviction.
We're off to see Mr. Salim Ali, Mr. Mohammed Irfan, and all other occupiers.
But this is no ordinary eviction.
We have a writ of possession combined with a writ of control. We're also looking to collect £3,454.75.
The agents have 2 jobs to do. One to take back the property, and another to reclaim 6 months' worth of unpaid rent owed to the landlord, Mr. Bansal. He's here to meet the agents.
Morning,
gentlemen.
Mr. Bansal.
Yes. Hi there.
Steve,
Hello,
nice
Steve.
to meet you.
And you?
Okay, let's go and through the front door.
Yes, please.
Do they like you?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to them for quite a few months now, so...
Well, maybe a good idea if you just to wait here for a second till we... Do you have any keys at all?
Yeah, I just
Okay, brilliant.
The landlord's parents are also
What
here.
is that?
His father hands them the keys.
Okay. I'll be with 1 minute. Just stay there.
The tenants live on the upper floor of the semi-detached house.
We'll do this one and then we'll go up. Look on the first floor.
Thanks very much.
This lock is working because they have damaged Put a new lock in. They have changed it. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Ali! Do you have a bar or anything to open the door with?
The agents have the right to force entry to repossess the property if no one answers.
Thank you.
But it seems there is someone in after all.
Good morning. Mr. Ali? Okay. And you are Mr. Irfan. Okay. We're enforcement agents and we have a High Court writ to repossess the property. Okay? Can you go in? Yes, please. Thank you.
The man, Mr. Irfan, is one of the tenants named on the writ.
Is it just you here now?
Just only Ali lives here, not me. But I came yesterday to stay here with him for a night. He's gonna come back later on.
What's his stuff?
This is all his stuff.
Okay, and your stuff?
I don't have anything.
Oh, you don't have anything?
No.
Okay, well, you're going to have to pack your clothes and that. I suggest you call him.
No.
Is he local?
He said that he's gonna go to Chester.
Chester?
Leicester.
Leicester. Well, he's not local then, is he? OK. Well, he will have to make arrangements to come and collect his stuff.
While Mr. Irfan starts to pack up his friend's belongings, the landlord's father tells Max more about the case.
They did show us the statement of £30,000 earning, and we given them the property. And as soon as they moved into the property, the first rent they stopped it. They said, we're not going to pay. They have been parking about 5-6 cars here. When we asked them why these cars are, they say, we are rich people. We got 6 cars. There are a lot of things we wanted to do, which we have cancelled it because the finance was not coming in. So, I mean, financially, yes, they have just ruined our life.
But upstairs, Mr. Irfan has overheard the conversation, and he's not happy.
Please, I don't want to see them, because if they abuse again, they abuse in my language.
It's really words, OK? Shut your ears. I'll tell them to keep it down, OK? I know you understand they have a problem with you. You have to understand that.
Not with me, with Salim.
With the greatest respect, your name is on it as well, so the problem is with both of you. Okay. So you have to understand that.
No, but again, he shouldn't be...
But they're cross. They're angry. They're owed money. They're angry. It's always our choice to try and keep the landlord away from the house whilst we're doing an eviction. Simple reason is they're not going to get on. One doesn't like the other. Either way, there's a reason they're being evicted, so if we can keep them apart, there's going to be no arguments.
The agents have been at the property for just under an hour. Mr. Irfan is almost ready to leave, but now Steve has to make him aware that getting the flat back is only half the story.
There is £3,500 outstanding.
It seems that no payment can be made, but it's clear that there's nothing of value in the flat.
There's not a great deal, is there?
Collecting on the £3,500 is going to be nigh on impossible.
Steve breaks the bad news to the landlord.
There's about £2.20 worth of whatever's in the flat. You're not going to get it. And that's the honest truth. All I can suggest is that you let them settle somewhere else and then go after them. OK? There is absolutely nothing in there. There's a wardrobe, a clothes horse, mattress on the floor.
Yeah. They've taken everything. They've got about 5 or 6 cars. They've moved all of those out.
OK.
The drive, everything was full here before.
Do you know the registration numbers of the vehicles?
I do.
What I suggest you do, go back to our company, suggest that they do a trace on them, give them all the details of the vehicles, and hopefully we can recoup your money like that. We'd only be too pleased to do it. You're lucky they left you with the bricks. 9 times out of 10, the people that have to be evicted aren't going to have money hidden in a corner or a shoebox somewhere. The reason they're being evicted is because they haven't paid the rent. They're not going to have a pot of gold sitting in the corner.
The eviction is almost complete, but before Mr. Irfan leaves, the landlord's parents decide to go into the flat and record events.
Why is he abusing? He's abusing me. He said,
Sir.
Why is he taking video?
Him, this is one of the landlords. If he wants to film, that's up to him.
He shouldn't abuse.
Can you just go downstairs, do the locks?
Yes, I have done the locks.
You've done the locks, OK. Could you wait downstairs then, please?
Shut yourself.
Right,
Yeah?
sir, if you just go down, we'll deal with the repossession,
Yes,
okay?
I'm doing it. I'm helping you out, guys. Why is he abusing for?
He's downstairs now. If you just concentrate on packing up your stuff.
With the landlord's parents back outside, Mr. Irfan is ready to leave.
That'll be his Uber cab. It's him. Yeah, that'll be him.
But before he goes, he's keen to share his side of the story.
They got more cases with people here as well. All of their people who are staying in their houses, they're not treating them in a way they need to treat them. They're not trying to refurbish their house and stuff. They just that's it.
With Mr. Irfan gone, the landlord finally has his house back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's yours now. They're not going back in there. So you can close your door. And then just make sure that you come back and make that secure with a new lock.
I've not been in any communication with the tenant whatsoever. Ever since they stopped paying their rent after the first month, I contacted them by phone. They stopped answering the phone, stopped answering the door. They seemed financially stable. The agent seemed quite content that they're good tenants. But obviously it was all a con, really.
Okay, that's us done then.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
It's been a tricky case for the agents.
I really do feel for the landlord who's lost out. He's got to pay the bills, the utilities, he's got to pay the maintenance, he's got to pay the council tax, all the charges, etc., that the tenant has refused to pay. Must be a nightmare.
A recent survey has revealed that nearly 75% of UK adults lent money to friends and family in 2016. 1 in 20 have lent over £5,000. However, over 40% never see their money again. High Court enforcement agent Aaron Groves and trainee Connor Jackson are in Bayford, Hertfordshire.
Okay, mate, £6,740 and 1 pence to an individual.
Okay.
The claimant is the debtor's ex-partner, who lent her money but wasn't paid back. He won a county court judgment against her, but still wasn't paid. The claimant has escalated the case to the High Court.
Hello, my name's Aaron Groves. We're here regarding a case we've been taken to court. Yeah.
Are you right?
Yes. Yeah, are you okay?
Throat infection or something? Oh, right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's all right. No, they're lovely dogs. Hello.
Right, we're here because you've been taken to court.
Yeah.
Basically, because the case hasn't been paid at county court level, he's escalated to the High Court. What that basically means for you is today we're here to either ask you to pay this debt, which at the minute it stands at £6,740 and 1 pence, or we're here to look to remove goods from the property.
This is my parents' house, it's not mine.
The debtor says she's staying with her parents temporarily, but as this is her current address, the High Court writ was issued here, and the agents have every right to stay and enforce it.
Ideally, we just need this paying. Is there anybody that can help you at all?
My parents can help me.
Yeah, if they've got a card, they can put that over the phone to us.
They won't have 5,000, 6,000 in there.
But I mean, unfortunately, we've got to do a job.
While she calls her parents, Aaron and Connor look for goods of value belonging to her that might help offset the debt if she can't pay. Connor finds a downstairs bedroom.
Aaron, this will be all hers.
But there doesn't appear to be much of real value here.
Let's leave where it is for now, mate.
Then the debtor wants Connor to speak to her father.
Yes, I will. It's my parents.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name's Connor Jackson, High Court enforcement agent that's in your house. I'll explain to you what I explained to your daughter. We don't want to take anything that doesn't belong to her, but if the balance is paid, we won't be taking anything.
I haven't got that amount of money. You have entered my house, you're a business in there, so I'm asking you to leave. Listen, as a retired police officer of 30 years standing, I'm going to phone the police station and I'm going to report there are trespassers on my house and I'm in York. Now, you can either come back tomorrow or Friday and see me personally when I'm returned, or you leave the house immediately. Up to you, your call.
I won't be leaving, sir. If you want to phone the police, that's up to you.
Right, okay, then I'll phone the police.
No.
There's trespass at my house.
Not a problem, and I'll show them the High Court writ that I have to enter the property when they get here.
It's not to my house, though, is it?
Yes, it is, sir.
Why have you got it to my house?
Because that's the address that we've traced your daughter to.
I'm telling you now, you're a trespasser. I'm asking.
Phone the police then, sir. That's the end of the matter.
A parent can sometimes make the situation better or worse, of course. In some ways it's better because of the bank of mum and dad. Other times they can aggravate the situation that they feel that we're putting their son or daughter into.
The case has taken an unexpected turn.
Please don't be rude to my parents.
He thinks we're trespassing, we've entered illegally.
You know what? I'm trying to sort it out. I am doing my best. My sister as well.
It will take all of Connor and Aaron's patience to get this tricky case resolved. High Court enforcement agents Aaron Groves and trainee Connor Jackson were in Bayford, Hertfordshire, to recover a debt owed to an ex-partner.
At the minute it stands at £6,740.01. All we're here to look to remove goods from the property.
The debtor said she was living at the address temporarily.
This is my parents' house, it's not mine.
But as this is her current address, the writ has been issued, and Aaron and Connor have every right to look for assets belonging to her.
3 areas from now, mate.
But then her father threatened to take action of his own.
Okay, then I'll phone the police. There's trespass at my house.
There's no sign of the police, but then the debtor's sister arrives.
Hello.
Hello, right, this is my parents' property.
We never said it wasn't your parents' house. We never said that at any point.
No, but how does it work if she is not actually living here?
She is.
But she...
Your stuff's here, you're living here.
But that is her
Is she sleeping here?
She's
living here then.
I'm staying here.
You're living here though. You're not sleeping out on the street, you're not sleeping in a car. You are technically living here. Even if it's for a short period of time.
This is like the first notification.
No, we sent a letter 7 days ago.
To this address.
To this address.
So did you get this letter 7 days ago?
No, I swear I didn't.
It seems that she wants to take control of the situation. She gets on the phone to another sister.
They are doing what their job is, what this county, whatever this court.
That's a High Court writ.
You know, what is it?
That's a High Court writ.
This is a High Court writ, so it's all legal. They're not just like thugs that are just literally breaking in and removing your property. They're doing what they. There's nothing else to do. There is nothing else that we can do.
It does make our life a little bit easier when one member of the family goes, right, this is how it is. We're going to deal with it, and then we'll deal with you at a later date.
Let me pass you on to one of the chat. This is my eldest sister. This is my parents.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. It's just my poor parents have taken her in.
Okay, just listen to what I'm going to say. The address that we've got for her is here, and as she's sleeping here and all of her stuff is here, it's reasonable to believe that she's living here. We can take payment from more than one place as well, doesn't it?
I've got a couple of grand.
Okay.
You take cards,
We can, yeah.
Have you got any cards that you can pay anything on? No, she hasn't.
The whole family agree to split the cost of settling the debt between them.
Are you ready for card numbers?
Yeah, just bear with me 2 seconds, please. Okay, how much are you paying on this card?
3,000.
3,000.
Another £2,000 is paid on the mother's card.
Okay, how much are you paying on this card? The remainder, yeah?
And the remainder of the debt is paid by the other sister.
And that's it all sorted.
Right, that's it. Job's a good one. Right, we shall leave without taking anything.
Lovely.
Okay. Debt just doesn't affect one person. If you're in debt, it affects everybody around you in different ways. And especially if you're living with people and we turn up at your door, it is going to directly affect them. Every address that we attend is different. Everyone's got their own life experiences. They're going through their own problems at different points in their lives. So you never know what you're going to get when you knock on the door. You don't know what story you're going to hear.
Aaron and Connor's patience has paid off.
Just after 2 hours and we've walked out with it paid in full. Hopefully that's another happy client.
An unhappy family though, all because she tried to bury her head in the sand and claiming she didn't know anything about it.
and Can't Pay Will Take It Away continues new next Wednesday at 9. Two families from Wolverhampton living at either end of the wealth divide swap lives in the current series of Rich House Poor House tomorrow at 9. But are there still questions to be answered in the case of Shannon Matthews? We speak to those who helped in the search for the missing schoolgirl next.
Threats.
Get back!
Anger.
Call the police, man. Call the police, man!
Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house, I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
It's obstruction of an enforcement agent.
tracks you down?
We're busy at the moment. Don't push against me. Don't push against me.
Up and down the UK.
Come to the door, please.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Not going to do yourself any favours by ignoring this.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
We need immediate police assistance.
Because if you can't pay,
He doesn't have a penny, doesn't own a thing.
they'll take it away. The number of UK companies struggling or failing to pay their creditors is on the rise. Research from a leading trade body has revealed that last year, 139,000 businesses in the UK were paying only the interest on their debt and not paying off the debt itself. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Balsall Heath, Birmingham, to recover £13,000 owed by a high-performance car dealer to a dissatisfied customer. But this isn't the first time agents have tried to enforce this writ.
So, Matt,
Yes,
where,
mate.
where are we off to?
We're going for a bit of an old adversary of ours, Driveline Sports and Performance. We've been a couple of times and the place always locked up when we go. But other guys have been before and they were met with loads of grief really, and a couple of baseball bats involved at one point.
Now Matt and Gary need to get this case resolved once and for all, in either cash or goods.
He's got Lamborghinis, Bentleys and all sorts on his website. We're going to meet up with the locksmith this morning and force entry. It's a bit like Christmas. We're going to open the box and see what's inside.
This one here?
Yeah.
Because of the previous threats of violence against the agents, the police are present.
I'll try and make contact first, Gaz.
Now Matt and Gary need to find company owner, Mr. Adil Farouk.
This will be a good one, like. They're already on the phones. Anyone in? Yeah, Paul.
Once again, the premises are all locked up.
Just have a look at the doors, mate. The one dead ahead is to get into theirs.
So Matt asks the locksmith to force entry, something the writ allows them to do.
There you go.
I think we're there, aren't we?
Cheers, Paul.
Ah, it's Christmas.
Cheers, isn't it?
There are a dozen expensive high-performance cars in the lockup.
Well, I think it's fair to say we're going to be able to reclaim the money.
Seizing just one of them would more than cover the £13,000 debt.
Did you turn that alarm?
But the break-in has triggered the alarm.
Hello, mate.
And just minutes later, the owner of the debtor company, Mr. Farouk, and his brother arrive.
Mr. Farouk, is it? Hello, sir.
Come over here.
No, I'm fine where I'm thinking. My name's Mr. Highway, sir. I'm here with the High Court writ today.
Okay.
All right.
You haven't served us any notice, so what you do need?
There has been served.
£13,628 today, sir.
What's it for? It doesn't say why it's for. Nothing at all.
Got all the paperwork
Mr.
for
Farouk,
anything.
I don't need to know what it's for. It's not relevant to me. But if it helps you, then I will find out what it's for. No problem.
Because I've got every paperwork in the office.
Can you give them a call, please, Gav?
Do you want to go to the office and show them and do it? Yeah, like a job for us, can you? And it's the drive-line job.
With Mr. Farouk denying responsibility for the debt, Gary calls the office to find out more about the case.
Just bear with me, I'll go and give him a ring and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, call me or Matt, alright?
Yeah, no.
Cheers, buddy.
Nice big office.
While they wait to hear back, Mr. Farouk shows the agents upstairs.
So we're here for a sum of money, sir.
You've told us that. So let's just get to the bottom line.
Okay.
Because we know how it works, and so do you guys.
So the bottom line is you're £13,628.
You're saying you're £13,628.
Yep.
No way in the world do I owe that.
Right.
No way in the world I'm going to pay that.
Right, okay.
I don't know who I'm paying, what I'm paying for. How can someone just walk in there and say, oh, you owe someone 13 grand?
Just then, the office called back.
It's in relation to a vehicle, a Nissan GTR, and it was all down relating to the spec of the vehicle, not vehicle it was advertised as.
And it was a Nissan.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
To be honest with you, I know exactly which car it is and which customer it is.
Okay.
It's now clear that Mr. Farouk knows all about the £13,000 debt after all.
You know what, I've got proof that this matter has been dealt with, but I don't know what.
But he's still not backing down.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Farouk, but the judge has already decided on that. All right, so we're here to execute the writ. That's what we'll be doing.
It's clear Mr. Farouk has no intention of paying, so the agent's only option is to remove assets. Gary searches for vehicle registration documents.
What do you think you're doing?
But Mr. Farouk's brother has other ideas.
It's an offence to obstruct the officer doing his job.
Don't touch, that's all mine. That's nothing to do with driving, that's all
Sir,
mine.
excuse me, sir.
That's all mine.
Excuse me, sir.
Nah, don't.
You
cause many lives.
Despite the serious threats being made against them, the agents are duty-bound to continue enforcing the writ.
Hiya, mate, you alright? I just need a couple of vehicles, HPI in please, if you can.
Matt heads downstairs to select a car to seize. He calls the office for a finance check on a silver Audi.
Sierra Mike 12.
Sierra Mike 12.
The Audi alone should more than cover the £13,000 debt.
There's no finance is clear, and it were nice, about 24 grand.
That'd cover it, wouldn't it, yeah?
But then, some of Mr. Farouk's associates begin arriving at the garage.
Cavalry's turning up, isn't it?
And one of them immediately tries to intimidate Gary.
What's your missus' name?
You don't need to know that, do you? You don't need to know that.
You got kids?
I've got kids, yeah?
Yeah. How old are they?
You don't need to know that either, do you? No. The less I tell you about myself,
How would you
I think
feel
the
if
better.
I walked into your house and then a warrant? If you never had a uniform, you would not come up to my face and talk like this.
Yeah.
Because you're a nerd, you got glasses and you got a uniform.
Well, because I wear glasses, I'm a nerd.
Yeah, you're a nerd. You're a full-on nerd. You're a maggot.
In fact, that is original. I've not been called a maggot before.
You're a maggot.
Well done. These guys, they couldn't give a damn about the police. They couldn't give a damn about why we were there. They couldn't give a damn about anything, really. It really is quite hard, to continue doing a job when you've got people like that. But, it's not going to stop us from enforcing the writ. It's just going to make us more and more keen to enforce it.
Outside, some of Mr. Farouk's friends have parked their cars at the entrance to the garage, blocking in the police and the assets. Matt heads upstairs to get them moved.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you.
You've got the keys for the car at the back. Are you going to get that moved?
If not, officer, when our recovery arrives, I'll get them dragged out of the way. When you're going to get arrested then, Mr. Farouk, aren't you? Or whoever it is that's speaking. You don't need to be these gentlemen, the police officers. Anything I want, I can tell you. Whether you choose to believe it or not is up to you, isn't it?
No, but he can say whatever he wants, so can I, you know what I mean?
But while the police try to calm the men down...
No, we're busy, mate, in here at the moment.
Another man suddenly becomes physically aggressive.
We're busy at the moment. Don't push against me. Don't push against me. I'm telling you now.
Hey, fella! Whoa!
The situation is spiralling out of control.
It's my office.
We're busy in here.
It's my office.
Matt and Gary will need to use all their skill and experience to get this case resolved unharmed. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham, chasing £13,000 owed by a car dealership.
Anyone in?
The garage was locked up, so the agents forced entry.
Ah, it's Christmas.
But when the owner, Mr. Farouk, arrived, they were threatened by him and his associates.
Nah, don't.
I'll call 150 people out there, We're going to have a big problem.
More and more men arrived, and the situation became aggressive.
No, we're busy, mate, in here at the moment. We're busy at the moment. Don't push against me. Don't push against me. I'm telling you now.
Hey,
do not push me.
fella!
Now the police make it clear to the men that any further aggression will end in arrests.
That's your warning. One more, you're gone.
Start locking people up.
Okay? One more, you're gone, son. You don't need 5 people in here, mate, to try and sort it out. You're trying to intimidate.
You've got
it isn't
1,
going to
2,
work.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6, and a locksmith with 7.
Sometimes, people will believe that surrounding us with numbers will stop us from doing our job. But you're just watching out for yourself, watching out for your colleague. It heightens the situation, but it doesn't deter us.
With the case on a knife edge, the police call for backup.
If you can get everybody here as quick as possible, because it's more of them turning up than there is us. Bring absolutely everyone. I don't want to take chances.
No. But then, the men from the office come down to the street and head for the police cars.
Have you got somebody up the top end of the street? Because we're all hanging around your car at the top.
The police form a roadblock to stop any more vehicles getting through. But then, Mr. Farouk's brother drives his car up onto the pavement and gets around the police line, narrowly missing people on the road.
Are you trying to run people over for, mate?
I didn't run nobody over. Didn't run nobody over. Did you see anybody get run over? Listen to that. Did you see my way? It's a road. Is that a road? Is it me? Is that a road? It's a road. Yeah, there you go. 100 people to get the way. Do you want me to hit him? He moved out the way. I didn't hit him, innit?
Wait, sir, excuse me.
You do your job, innit? Mate.
Whilst Matt and the police attempt to control the situation, another car tries to break through.
You stop there. Reverse your car back. Back. Back.
Yo, switch it up and fucking leave it there. Leave it there.
And the men start to attack both the police and the agents.
You got nothing to do with this. Back off.
No.
Now.
No.
You know your paper.
I've tried to give you an easy way. You're not having it. Move away. Move away.
Slap in the face, you know.
Mate, you've not got what it takes.
What?
Move away.
What?
Move away.
What?
Move away. Get some bodies up here, please.
More officers arrive to stop what is now a full-scale street brawl. The debtor and his brother are arrested for breach of the peace.
Please move back! I won't ask again. Please move back. Thank you. Can you please move back, sir?
And the crowd back down.
There's sometimes when you go home and you think, God, that was a bit scary today. It could have gone so wrong. But we are there to collect money that's owed to this person, and we're going to do our very best to get the money for him.
So I've got the keys to that one.
3 hours after the agents arrived on site, recovery arrives.
We've got 1, 2, we've got three, possibly 4 cars to move out of the way first.
But then the police give Matt some surprising news.
He's willing to pay. I don't even know how to quick chat to him.
Mr. Farouk. Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I've got about 7 grand.
Okay.
Can I give you that 7 grand now?
I can't leave without full payment.
Take 7 grand.
I can't. There's no. Let me just tell you something, right? Okay. There's no way I'd want anybody else to come back and face what we've had to face today. I mean, you've got half a West Midlands police force here. It's just ridiculous. You're gonna have to do something, mate. If you need to make a phone call, then make it. If the officer's happy.
Tell him to get me out of these cuffs so I can try and sort something out.
The police uncuff Mr. Farouk to allow him to make some calls to raise the extra £6,000 he needs to pay off the £13,000 debt.
Everybody has a breaking point. For some people, it's a letter being posted through the door. For other people, they need to be sat in the back of a police car in handcuffs, getting ready to be took away.
10 minutes later, Mr. Farouk has managed to raise enough cash to pay the £13,000 he owes in full.
628.84, yeah. You keep that one, that's for you. No hard feelings, buddy. I'm sorry it's come to this. I just wanted to get it sorted, that's all. And it's sorted now.
The agents leave the police to decide whether to charge Mr. Farouk and his brother.
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good to go.
It's taken 3 hours, 15 police officers and 2 arrests. But Matt and Gary have finally got full payment for the claimant.
Thank you. Right, we're done. We are done.
A survey from a leading debt management company has revealed that the number of people falling into debt more than once has tripled in the last year. 1 in 10 people seeking help have been on a debt plan of some kind before. High Court Enforcement Agent Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Bexley, Kent, to recover a debt of just over £5,000.
Nice little area around here.
It is, yeah. We're looking to collect £5,306 and 1 pence.
Ah, it's all about the pennies. Got to get the pennies.
They all add up, mate. They all add up.
As they approach the property, the agents spot 2 vehicles parked outside.
White van.
Aha.
And I would imagine
the Audi
is blocking the driveway.
Yeah.
If the defendant, James, can't or won't pay today, the vehicles could be seized to recover the debt.
Hello there. Can I speak to James, please? We're High Court Enforcement Agents.
Sorry?
We're High Court Enforcement Agents. He's not here?
No.
Okay.
I get fed up with you lot coming there.
So we're not the first people to come in? Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name's David. I'm his father.
Right, okay. Have you got a contact number for him so we can ring him?
Yeah, you can ring that for that.
Alright, thank you.
He's giving me a call. I can't find a number for him at the moment.
Oh, so this is your number?
That's my number.
Okay. Basically, we're here to collect a debt that's owed.
Yeah, I understand that. I've had Adam before. He doesn't live here.
With the debtor's father seemingly unable to get hold of his son, the agents are suspicious that James does still live at the house after all.
Okay, we need to see proof that he doesn't live here, sir. Otherwise, we can't remove this address from our inquiries.
Okay, we don't remove from the inquiries because I'm getting letters all the time.
Okay, so if I believe that he lives here, I believe these vehicles belong to him, unless proven otherwise. If he doesn't live here, it's in your interest.
They're not his vehicles, they're my vehicles.
So if he doesn't live here, it's in your interest to prove that he doesn't live here, and then we can stop.
I can't prove that.
We need to come in, just have a look around and confirm he doesn't live here. Sorry?
My house, I'm registered.
Well, this isn't going to go away, sir. This isn't going to leave this address. When somebody is telling me that a defendant doesn't live there, it's imperative that we get in and we see this for ourselves. Sometimes they're lying, sometimes they're telling the truth. But experience has taught me not to take everything at face value. Let me speak to this neighbour.
With the debtor's father not cooperating, the agents turn detective.
Hi there. Do you know the people that live next door by any chance?
Yes.
We're looking for someone called James.
He was living there unless he's moved out again, but I haven't seen him for a couple of days, so maybe he's gone again. But...
Okay. Neighbour says he does live here.
Okay.
Unless he's moved out a few days ago, he lives here. So. Your neighbour I've just spoken to has told me that he does live here.
He comes and goes.
That's not what your neighbour said.
All right.
So.
You want me to prove that vehicle's not you?
Okay.
James's father, David, fetches some documentation for the vehicles.
Right, that's the registration number. That's the vehicle. Okay. There you go. There's the insurance for the Audi.
The documents prove the vehicles don't belong to the debtor. With the cars out of bounds, the agents need to see what other items of value he may have inside the property.
What do you think we're going to do if we were to come in the house?
I don't want you in the house, Xander.
If you want this away from your property, and so you don't have to deal with this and keep answering the door to us,
yeah.
then
well,
we need to
come round here as many times as you like. I don't care.
Well,
right?
that may happen.
I don't know what I can do. I can't pay you. He's not here.
I'm not asking you to pay me. I'm asking to speak to him, and if he hasn't got anything, we need to report that to the client.
David is determined not to let the agents inside. But then he drops a bombshell.
Look, let me explain something. My son has got ADHD. He's very seriously ill, okay? He does the wildest things in the world. I can't deal with him, all right? He comes and goes. He doesn't work. He hasn't got a scrap. He's in a desperate state, all right? I'm just about to drop dead because my heart is pounding through the thing, all right? He doesn't have a penny, doesn't own a thing.
This straightforward case has turned into a sensitive situation. Duty-bound to continue their investigations, Gary now needs to handle the case carefully.
People see us and they see the size of us sometimes and they assume that we're there to bully people and be aggressive. That's not how this works.
I've had this for the last 15 years.
All we're looking to do at the moment is make contact with him and speak to him to see if he knows about what this is all about. Vulnerability is a very tricky spanner to be thrown in the works sometimes. If it becomes apparent that somebody has some kind of vulnerability issue, that has to take a priority, and we have to be aware of their welfare and be aware of the circumstances that they're in.
Let me understand something. You do not know his mental state, okay? This will probably push him over the edge, all right, when he finds out. I can't live with that. I am struggling with this.
I understand that. I understand.
Right? I can't tell you the pressure I've been through over the years with this. He's got mental problems. He's wired differently.
Is he on medication?
Yes.
What medication is he on?
I can't remember. The wife knows. I've got one in the car.
The reason I ask that, David, is because there's a vulnerability issue. If somebody's on medication for mental health,
yes, he is.
Then he would be classed as a vulnerable person.
David's revelations about his son have a direct impact on the case. If the agents see medical evidence that the defendant is vulnerable, the case could be considered for dismissal.
That's one of the letters from ADHD, all right, where they've been dealing with it.
The document indicates that David's son is vulnerable and is enough for Gary to stop enforcement action here today.
I'll put what you've said in a report back to the office. I was hoping we could get it resolved today and I could return it to the...
Yes, trust me.
Send the case back to the client. Yeah. We're not enforcing at this address.
I understand what you do, but I'll find him, I'll talk to him, see what we can do, see if I can get into...
Shall I give you my number?
Yeah.
My name's Gary.
Faced with these extraordinary circumstances, the agents have no choice but to walk away empty-handed.
David, thanks for your time.
No, thank
I know
you.
it's a bit stressful and it's not a nice thing to deal with.
He had some very good jobs in the city where he was earning very good money. He's done a lot of good things, but his mind is just 90 miles an hour, and he doesn't think beyond today or what he's doing. He's tearing the family apart. Him and his brother don't speak. You know, he hasn't got any of his school friends left. No one talks to him anymore because he's wild and does stupid things. And sometimes I get angry with him, I swear at him and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, you know, he's my son.
You can't help but respect a dad like that wants to stand by his son no matter what. You can only take your hat off to somebody like that. You can't judge him. You know, he's looking after his boy.
Gary and Connor have had to deal with a sensitive situation. But in Matt and Gary's next case,
Morning, sir.
the tables are turned.
Sir, can you leave it here, please?
No.
You need to leave it, sir.
And it's a father's debt that plunges his sons into crisis.
Don't grab things from me. Do not grab things from me. Calm yourselves down.
A recent survey reveals that nearly a fifth of UK adults are experiencing serious financial hardships. Over 20% reported that they would fall behind on key bills within 1 month if they lost their main source of income. it's 6 a.m. And High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Wolverhampton.
So, mate, last day before your holidays?
Yep, flying out tomorrow. Can't wait.
They have a High Court writ for Mr. Abdullah Ahmed, who owes almost £2,000 to a car hire company.
With the Audi.
If Mr. Ahmed can't or won't pay, the agents can seize assets belonging to the debtor, including the expensive cars on the driveway.
Morning, sir. I was after Mr. Abdullah Ahmed. Is that yourself, sir, is it?
Yeah.
Sir, you've got an outstanding High Court writ.
How to pay this amount?
Yeah, you need to pay £1,756.29, sir. Thanks very much.
Mr. Ahmed seems willing to cooperate.
It was a car hire.
Yeah.
And I think I paid part of it.
Right.
Now, there's interest of 1,000. I was not even aware of this.
It's no, because it was a CCJ, it's now a High Court writ.
Yeah.
So it's been escalated to the High Court for enforcement purposes.
I should have been given opportunity to pay.
Despite Mr. Ahmed's claims that he wasn't aware the case had been escalated, the agents must enforce the writ today.
We're here with a live High Court writ. That commands myself and my colleague to either collect payments or to seize goods to the value of.
The two vehicles on the front, sir, who owns those?
It's my partner.
You got the receipts as well for those?
Everything.
Invoices? Yeah, logbooks, invoices.
Yeah, do you want to grab those out?
While Mr. Ahmed looks for proof that the cars belong to his wife, Matt calls for a vehicle check.
Yeah, 2 HPIs, mate. First one's Foxtrot Echo 15.
Fortunately, it's on finance.
The other one is November Victor Delta. That's an Audi, should be.
Again, fortunately on finance, mate.
All right, thank you.
It turns out that neither of the cars can be seized. The agents must look for other assets they could remove.
The problem is, none of this property around here is mine.
Okay, who does it belong to?
It's my partner.
She'd need to prove that every item belongs to
she will prove. She'll prove.
With the man now claiming that his wife owns everything inside the house, the agents need proof.
Hello, madam. Yeah, the gentleman's just said all this property belongs to you. Yes. So can you just start getting your invoices for the property?
What?
Invoices, receipts?
No.
He wants papers to know who owns what.
But then Mr. Ahmed's sons, who've been upstairs the whole time, decide to get involved.
Why don't you talk to people?
Excuse me, just come this way.
Why they fucking into your house, you stupid mongrel?
I'm not being called a mongrel, sir.
No, leave them.
I'm not being called a mongrel.
No, those are my sons. Just leave them.
How can you call anyone else? That's sick. Are you stupid?
Hey, shut up!
Yeah, I mean, doing this job, you get called, lots of things. Ugly, fat, whatever, bald. I think it's just their way of reacting to what's happening. Thank you.
So far, the agents haven't seen any proof that the goods in the house belong to Mr. Ahmed's wife. As they start an inventory of assets, Matt spots a laptop.
No, this is this. This is for the university. Leave it.
Yeah, that's all right. As soon as you saw me receipt.
Get the receipt, your laptop. Yeah, bring the receipt for the laptop. That's for the University of Coventry.
Mr. Ahmed claims the laptop belongs to his son's university.
What?
Sir, can you leave it here, please?
No.
No,
What?
you need to leave it,
What's
sir.
the money?
It's been seized, sir.
That's from the university.
Yeah, bring the paper.
I did no paper.
But then, suddenly, Mr. Ahmed's sons decide to confront the agents.
Man, let me show you.
Don't grab things from me.
Let me show you.
Do not grab things from me.
Let me show you. Look.
Calm yourselves down.
Easy.
That's my brother's university laptop.
Okay,
That's my university.
coming to you.
100%.
So you got a receipt for it?
You don't get the receipt.
Well, then
you
it's
scan
seized.
the card.
Well, then it's
and you
seized,
scan the
okay.
card, and then they give it to you. I didn't pay for it.
Right.
They paid for me.
Calm yourself down and show. Okay.
So if it was from university, it would have a sticker on at least, wouldn't it?
No,
with an account number.
Can you call the university now?
I can't now. You can call the university and get an email sent to you. Say it's theirs. We don't.
When you've got family members being aggressive around you, they can sometimes be a hindrance. So it may be that you have to deal with them first and then get on with the job in hand.
The debtor's sons are unable to prove the laptop belongs to the university, and so it could be seized. But then Mr. Ahmed wants to talk to Matt outside.
I have a car.
Yeah.
I have a car, which is mine.
Right.
I'll take you there where it is. Yeah, because these guys, I put them in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Even right now.
What car is it, sir?
It's a Honda Accord. It's an auction car. It's worth 4,300.
If Mr. Ahmed's estimation is correct, the value of the vehicle will more than cover the £2,000 debt. Matt leaves to check it out, and Mr. Ahmed reveals more about how he's got into this situation.
I had a business.
What did you do?
I did shipping. Thousands and thousands of pounds of business. I lost everything. I've lost respect from my children. I've lost respect from my wife. It's really hard. That's why the kids become mouthy. Everything belongs to their mother. She told me, get lost. You're bringing me too many problems in my house.
The car should be the answer to Mr. Ahmed's debt problem for now, but Matt is in for a surprise.
That's my car, the silver one. It's in good condition.
Okay.
The car is worth less than half of Mr. Ahmed's estimation, and after the costs of removal and storage, there would be little left for the claimant.
Morning, it's Matt Highway. Can I speak to Helen, please?
Matt calls the office to see what the claimant wants him to do.
He hasn't got a beam, mate, to be honest with you. This car is literally the only asset he's got. It's borderline, it's 2006, so it's not, it's reasonable.
Okay, I don't think personally lifting it's going to be of any use to you. Because then you've got to take into account lifting it, removing it, storage fees.
Yeah.
No. No.
Right, I'll get the CJ done now.
Right, well, you speak to the next round.
Thanks, mate.
The claimant has offered Mr. Ahmed a lifeline and given him 3 more weeks to find the £2,000 he owes.
Let's get back then. We'll leave it where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll give you the time to pay.
All right, thank you. Grab all that.
Debt has the ability to crop up for anybody. And if you were riding high previous to the debt arriving, then it brings you back down to earth with a bump. I do feel sorry for some people. Unfortunately, we've still got to carry on and do what the writ tells us to do.
Back at the house, Mr. Ahmed signs a controlled goods agreement, which means that if he fails to pay in 3 weeks, the car will be seized.
Just need this, yeah, it's in the signature from you. So if you just sign and print.
All right.
We're done. Mr. Ahmed, thank you. Appreciate it.
The case is resolved for now, but if he breaks his promise, there may be more trouble ahead for Mr. Ahmed.
The little I have is my brain, my heart. I can breathe. There's some who cannot breathe. I don't have money, but I think I'm healthy. That's the key point. And I can have hope. But you cannot have hope unless you put the hope in you, yourself. Yeah.
There are more than 5.5 million small and medium-sized businesses in the UK, and late payments are one of the biggest problems they're facing. Nearly half of the UK's small to medium-sized businesses experience late payment, with small businesses owed on average over £6,000 in outstanding invoices. (7:30 a.m). High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and Connor Jackson are in Hayes, Middlesex, to recover £1,600 owed by a grocery shop to a wholesaler.
What's up next, mate? What have we got?
Next case is Royal Food and Wine. Now, I've been here before, and I was convinced somebody was in, but refusing to open the door.
With an early morning visit, the agents hope they'll catch the owner of the shop, Thiru Kumar, at home.
There it is.
Nice result.
And as they approach the property, they see a car parked outside.
52 plate.
There's a light on as well. Just turn the light off.
The car isn't worth much, but it might be vital leverage for the agents if Mr. Kumar can't or won't pay today.
Hello?
Do they come to the window?
We We know you're in. I saw the light go off. Come down and talk to us.
Hello, Mr. Kumar. You're not going to do yourself any favours by just staying inside and ignoring this.
Suddenly, a man approaches the property.
Hello.
Mr. Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Thiru Kumar?
No, my name is Fernandez.
Okay. My name is Gary Brown, High Court Enforcement Agent. Can I speak to Thiru Kumar, please?
Thiru Kumar?
Yeah. The owner of Royal Food and Wine.
After first answering to the name Mr. Kumar, the man now claims he isn't the debtor. Gary is suspicious.
Have you got ID, please?
Yeah, I got my passport.
Because when you came up the driveway, I said, Mr. Kumar, you said yes.
No.
Well, I remember you did.
But then Gary makes a discovery.
Oh, look. Royal Food and Wine.
Sorry? Okay, which year? Check the year.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Check the year.
Royal Food and Wine.
Check the year first.
So you were the owner of Royal Food and Wine?
Not my name, it's my brother.
Oh, right, yeah. Coincidence that it's in your house, yeah?
My brother.
Yeah, of course it's your brother.
The paperwork is all connected to the debtor business. But the man still claims he isn't the owner of the shop.
It's my ID.
Thank you. Yeah. So, the first 5 letters of your name is Thiru, and the last 5 letters of your surname.
I'm not dealing with
Kumar.
these people.
You're the person I'm looking for, Thiru Kumar.
No.
Okay?
You say Thiru Kumar. I'm not that person.
Despite his claims, Gary believes that the man is Thiru Kumar, the owner of the debtor business.
Okay. Well, you need to pay the money, so I suggest making some phone calls, otherwise I'm going to start listing goods for removal.
No, otherwise I call my police or whatever. I want.
Okay, you call the police.
Call the police, see what happens. They won't get involved.
With Mr. Kumar showing no sign of paying, Gary sets a deadline.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Thiru. I'll give you till 8 o'clock to pay the money.
We don't have any money.
And then we're taking things. The removal of goods will cost more money. It will add further fees onto the debt. So it's up to you. This is the amount you need to be aware of. £1,682.
That time. 1 week, 2 weeks.
Well, we can't give you the time. We're here now. The last time I visited, somebody looked at me through the window and refused to answer the door.
If people are making efforts to get the money, then I will try and give them time. If they don't, then I will remove their goods. That's not an empty threat.
I will look for every bit of leverage I can that I can use to enable me to collect the debt.
The clock is ticking. Mr. Kumar has 15 minutes to try and raise some funds, but he's still not cooperating.
This one is bloody, these people no send letter, any bailiffs people no send letter, no problem. I want to go calls, no problem. That's
Okay, so you're not going to make any phone calls?
With Mr. Kumar not making any effort to raise funds, the agents keep the pressure on and start an inventory of goods that could be seized.
Should we get the details for the car, mate?
Yeah, all right.
It's not my car.
Whose car is it?
It's not my car. Bloody thing.
Whose is it then?
It's not my car. Right?
Whose is it then?
You want to check that? You call DVLA, check the who
Whose car is it?
Whose car is it?
It's not mine.
Connor knows the value of the 15-year-old Volkswagen won't come close to clearing the £1,600 debt. So he heads upstairs to look for other assets and meets the debtor's wife.
Hey! Excuse me! This is my drill.
But Connor's actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Hello. Why you coming? You want to deal with me? Deal with me.
I'm trying to find if there's any assets we can remove.
I tell you, this one, this bloody, this.
Do you want to calm down, mate? Calm down.
That's my one. That's my one. Don't touch.
Yes,
I'm going through the paperwork.
Don't touch. Call the police.
The family are finally realising that the agents will take action. As the tension rises, it will take all of Gary and Connor's experience to get the £1,600 they came for.
Here it is.
Gary Brown and Connor Jackson were in Hayes, Middlesex, to recover a £1,600 debt owed by shopkeeper Thiru Kumar to a wholesaler.
Hello?
Do they come to the window?
At first, the man they met denied he was the debtor.
You're the person I'm looking for, Thiru Kumar.
No.
Okay.
No, you are.
And then refused to pay.
Stuff.
1 week, 2 weeks.
Well, we can't give you time. We're here now.
So Gary set a deadline.
I'll give you till 8 o'clock to pay the money.
We don't have any money.
And then we're taking things.
But when the agent started an inventory, tempers flared.
I tell you, this blood is this.
Do you want to calm down, mate? Calm down.
Now, with just 5 minutes to go before the 8 a.m. deadline, the agents want to give Mr. Kumar one last chance to pay.
Thiru, you need to pay this money, otherwise we're removing goods.
But I'm not paying.
Make some phone calls and see if somebody can help you out.
It's always going to be stressful when we're in somebody's home. The pressure that puts on other members of the family is going to cause a lot of stress between a couple.
It's now 8 a.m. and Mr. Kumar still refuses to take any action. The agents now have no option but to start removing any goods of value from the house.
Give us that here. You want to grab the sewing machine? Yeah. Got a lawnmower out here, mate.
Okay.
That's the paperwork. Write that down.
Excuse me. Yeah. I called someone. Why you take these things? I don't understand.
Because you haven't paid the money yet.
No, I called someone.
Now Mr. Kumar suddenly seems to want to pay. But as the agents have already begun to remove goods, new fees have been added.
It's now 2,312, is it?
Yeah, £2,312.35.
I can't wait to go some 300.
Well, we gave you till 8 o'clock. You didn't do anything, so that's it. It's gone up now, mate.
But instead of paying, Mr. Kumar decides to leave.
No, let's go.
Let's go.
When the pressure's on, people respond in different ways. Sometimes they're aggressive, sometimes they're emotional. There's quite often lots of arguments between couples, but when the pressure's on, then you will see whether somebody can really pay their debt or not.
After further discussion with his wife, Mr. Kumar suddenly has a change of heart. He now offers the agents £1,400. But it's still £900 short of the £2,312 he now owes.
What about the rest of the money?
Just I give my message 1 second.
Okay.
Please. Still how much owed? 100?
Still to pay £912.35. £2,312 needs to be the total balance.
Oh, no, right second. You hold one, we have pulled out one. Okay? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm quiet. Sorry.
£912.
So what's
That's
left?
35 pence.
I can't pay anything. You do.
Right, bye-bye.
Mr. Kumar has now left his wife to deal with the problem of finding the balance he owes. She immediately gets on the phone to a family friend.
When somebody's willing to leave other family members to deal with us being there, they're not facing up to it. I think it's completely unacceptable to leave other people in that situation.
20 minutes later, the family friend arrives at the house.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, how much have to
£912.35.
pay still?
That is what's left, yeah.
Mrs. Kumar's friend calls her husband.
So he's going to pay the other £912. Okay.
And after a few minutes, he arrives to pay the outstanding balance.
My colleague will write you a receipt, okay? That's it.
All done.
Thank you very much. Hard work.
After nearly 3 hours at the house, the agents have received payment in full.
Sometimes people want to dig their heels in and they want to try and hold out as long as possible. It becomes a battle of wills to see who gives in. But at the end of the day, we had money to collect and we've got a High Court writ to satisfy. It's taken a bit longer than was expected, but we got there in the end.
Whether you're renting or renting out, tomorrow night at 9, new Nightmare Tenant Slum Landlords has the horror story. Next, the murder of Rhys Jones was a case that shocked the nation. Channel 5 ask what happened next in a brand new documentary after the break.